What's your attachment style, Calvin?
I'm avoidant.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't think I've looked into any of this.
You
Probably
look
should.
into it. You should.
Wonder what I am. Can you diagnose me if I tell you about my life?
Diagnosis. I would say you are more avoidant than you are anxious. But really, it doesn't matter.
Is there a chance that he's a secure attachment person?
There's always a chance, but it's like there's a chance that
what's
someone...
a secure attachment style?
A unicorn, basically. And someone whose parents... Actually, your parents aren't divorced.
They're not divorced.
And they love you.
They
do.
love you.
Both my parents
you
do
have
love me.
siblings.
I do.
You were supported. Yeah, you could be. You communicate your needs and stuff.
Yeah, we do.
So it could be that you were secure, but you were just a bit of a cunt when you were...
I think so.
in your early to mid-20s.
No, I think I was up my own arse as a child.
Yeah.
I was a really big-headed child.
You're a big-headed man.
Yeah, I'm a big-headed man.
Yeah.
Like I really believed in myself.
But that's
from the ages of 6 to 19.
How embarrassing, Calvin. Could you imagine? Can you imagine believing in yourself and the come down from that when you hit 18 and you realize you're not the greatest thing in the world?
Yeah, no, when I moved out of rural Ireland and went, wait a minute, I'm not God? Shit. Fuck. Yeah, I wasn't a dickhead about it, but I was very secure in my own feelings of the self.
Thinking about, how you said, like, if you, as a single man, if a girl was like, I like Shrek too much, you'd fuck them off immediately. Is that a secure thing to do because you go...
That's very avoidant.
Is it? Right, okay.
Super avoidant.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Avoidant is like, you don't like talking about your feelings. You don't like showing weak emotions, like vulnerability. And also you find the most fucking random justifications to not attach yourself to other people. Because, being with someone and being vulnerable, it's just very scary.
Yeah. I mean, I have been in a long-term relationship, but then also that is one person that gets a flood of all of my things.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And nobody else sees the weakness in Dylan Lynch.
Yeah. What was it like to reach that point where you realized that you weren't that great? Because people have been saying that to me for decades at this point. That's a joke. Or is it?
No, it was a slow burn, I think, because I still was like, no, I'm still pretty cool, and I think
it was cool.
Yeah,
hold up,
no,
Calvin.
No, I liked myself a lot as a person, and I was good at things. And then when I slowly was like,
do you like yourself now?
Yeah, I think so.
No, sorry, how? No, why? How?
It's a 3-letter question, but
no, I think my 20s has been a flipping of emotions of things of really liking myself, then not liking myself, and then kind of getting used to it.
Leveling out
and being like, yeah, you know what? That's just like everybody else, I'm pretty average, and that's okay.
I'm happy with flailing wildly between like grandiose, what's it called? Like overblown,
delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, delusions of grandeur, and then just the most crippling self-esteem issues. Yeah. I'm fine with that. You know what? Okay. Like, it's worked for me so far.
Yeah, keeps us all on edge, Josh. Exactly. That's it. Keeps us tick.
Which me are you getting this week?
Viewers.
Which me are you getting this
I like delusions of grandeur, Josh. I think he's my favorite.
It's just so hard to sustain. It's just so there's just so much constant evidence against it. It's hard to be that delusional.
It is difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see one clip of yourself and go, fuck! Shit!
Well, no, some of your clips, to be fair, are pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's more of a reflection on you.
Yeah.
Your clips.
And here, maybe that's why I don't like myself anymore. Podcast clips.
Podcast clips. Oh, yeah. Oh, we should probably start this thing.
Everyone.
I know you've been recording, but realistically, we can't use like the first 15 minutes of that. And we've been recording for 8 minutes.
I found a point.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Here, we're in.
Say hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
Not to me.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, it's nice to see you, everyone. Calvin's back. He's back from his secret mission to Iraq.
Carlisle.
Bombed out,
Same
city, ruined by Western industrialism.
Yeah.
You know.
It's all Thornborough.
How are you guys?
The Thornborough Doctrine. How did it go?
Great. Just got on it for 2 days in the worst city in the country. got up with my friends, found out I am of Italian descent. So prego.
Prego.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was.
That's cool, wasn't it?
I think it's really funny. Like, what's the stereotypes of Italians? Late, very true.
Yeah.
Racist.
Right. Yeah, actually, yeah,
really
yeah,
racist.
yeah.
Our Italian viewers. I wonder if we have any Italian viewers.
No, I don't care.
Yeah,
Do you think I care? What have Italy ever done? You know what I mean? Ooh, our food's really.
I
nice.
really like pasta. You know.
Yeah, so do I. I like pasta and pizza, but like,
Do you know what I used to have for lunch as a child?
what?
I didn't
Plain
like
pasta.
sandwiches. I didn't like sandwiches.
You didn't like sandwiches?
No, it was like weird. Don't know what you want to call it. A weird sensory thing.
Oh,
and-
fuck off. I'm getting so sick of this, man. Like, let me, like, just because I called everything that everyone does out as awesome for like a year. Stop it.
No.
Boring now.
I don't think I am, but I didn't want to eat sandwiches because I didn't like the texture of bread.
That's because you're up your little arse. That's
Yeah,
why.
it's because I don't know arse. I had delusions of grandeur as a child, and I went, mother, I'm not having these ham sandwiches. I'm better than this. So
Was it wet ham or was it proper ham?
what's the difference? Isn't all ham wet?
No, like you, Calvin. You know wet ham.
Yeah.
What the fuck
wet
are you
ham.
talking
Like
about?
the wafer ham that's really disgusting and it smells really
Yeah,
vinegary
like
for some reason.
The kind of reconstructed ham
Oh
Yeah.
no,
that has been
no.
put into a block.
You
and
having
sliced
proper
up.
ham?
It's full of water.
I think. Do you ever have Billy Bear ham? Is that what you're
Yes.
talking about?
Yeah.
Billy
Yeah,
Bear.
similar.
Right.
similar.
Okay.
I never
yeah.
did, obviously.
Billy Bear is gross. But my mother used to put in a little Tupperware box just cold pasta with
You're
nothing else.
An odd little boy. Man.
And I would go up to the lunch ladies in me school kitchen.
Did you eat it with your hands? You just pick it up.
There's a trough of
Yeah.
pasta. No, I would go in and be like, can you heat up this pasta for me?
You used to get them to heat up your.
Yeah, yeah. And I would come back to my table and I'd have a Capri Sun and I'd have my Tupperware of pasta.
Microwaved dry pasta.
Yeah, nothing else. No sauce.
Let me just get a
no
sip of
salt.
water. Just listen to-
And every single day. And I'm gonna be honest with you, lads. I could eat that today.
I've seen you eat that.
Yeah, and fucking no problem.
I
Dry pasta.
right.
unbelievable.
No, fine. I like butter noodles. That's fine. I am because I am. But it's more you had the neck to go up to the dinner ladies and be like, heat up my lunch. Calvin, I don't know about you, but I went to quite a small school and
There's 57 children in my school when I left.
so mine was twice as big as yours and was tiny, right? But the window or the opportunity to bully someone, like the excuse it took to bully someone in my primary school was very small.
Oh, yeah,
It was a
yeah, yeah.
minor thing.
Yeah.
And if someone went to the dinner lady and went, heat
Here's
up
my
my
mess."
lunch, heat up my lunch now, and then was like eating it, I'd be like, well, you think you're fucking better than me or something with my wet ham sandwich.
And the solution was I did think I was better than everybody else. And
Did
I
you
was
get bullied?
No, did I fuck?
Missed opportunity.
That's a real shame.
That's
No,
probably
it's
it. If you'd have
it's
been
'cause
bullied
the
in primary school,
was
you,
so small. It's like everyone just there was just unless you were really, really odd, then you weren't really. And I mean, it's the Irish countryside. There's a give and take with that sort of stuff.
but I thought you fuckers needed like no excuse. Like you're very intolerant people, aren't you? Really?
I think the people I went to Drum the Bay Primary School, which is
Drum
closed
the
down.
Bay.
It's if you go to it now, it is literally like
Drum
a
the
decrepit Last of Us scene that like the plants are growing over the building and just it's decrepit because it just kept having less and less students.
Couldn't keep
over
up with the
years.
electricity bills.
No, honestly.
Just every lunchtime they'd spike out of control. Couldn't pay to heat the microwave.
One too many bowls of pasta.
One
if I could
fat
put them
little
on there.
child closed the school down.
Oh, fucking hell. What games have you been playing, lad?
I've been playing 2 games.
2 games? That's
Two.
2 games?
Games. I've been playing Funeralopolis,
What the fuck
which is a great name, isn't it?
It is.
Calvin. He's back from his night out.
Mm-hmm.
Can he spell Funeralopolis?
Google can't.
There we go. Not the electric
No,
wizard
that's
song.
the electric
But
wizard.
that is a
I
great
was
wizard
going to
song.
say, is there anything to do with the electric
I
wizard?
think it
album?
definitely is. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Last Days. It is a short free horror game. So just like free, like just on paper, it's called Funeralopolis. The premise is that you're in a
City of Hotta Grobno.
yeah, where it's
Love it.
overcast and grey and the sun hasn't shone in like 2 weeks. It's Polish and it's you live in like a Soviet tower block. So for me, there's just ticks across the board. I was like, this is exactly what I need to. And it's a short little horror game. It's not very scary. It's okay.
It's okay. Oh, here's
for free. I paid, I think, about £3 for it, just on the premise alone. I went, you know what?
Yeah.
I need more Polish horror games, and doesn't he look it?
It looks like that. What's that border control game that you talked
Papers,
about?
Please.
Papers, Please.
Yeah, well, that's
people.
it.
Oh, I love a people button.
Miss Bezier.
I really like the vibe
That
of this.
watches. I like any game with a watch. Yeah.
Oh wow. How long is it?
It's like an hour. It's not very long. It's
Free
not very long.
on Steam.
On Itch.
On
I think
Itch.
it might be on Steam. But it was. You know what? I was happy I did it. There's no big spooks. You do go to hell at one point.
That's pretty good.
I love this shit.
Judgment.
This is absolutely my aesthetic.
I do love this.
What a mess.
What a bloody mess.
What a bloody mess.
I really like the look of that. That's been my vibe for the past little while. Has been this lo-fi.
Don't
horror
steal
bitch.
my vibe.
I'm stealing your
Calvin,
vibe.
play that Sigrid song. Don't actually play that Sigrid song.
That's a tune.
It is a tune. I
And
love
it's
Sigrid.
Delightful.
Anyway,
Cool. Wonderful. Thank you.
what's it called? Yeah, so I played that and I was like, oh, I'm out of
You out of games now?
game now. So I just bought Rise of the Golden Idol.
Yes.
Oh,
we were talking about it last
so
week.
Good, man. So good. Look at them all there, these weird little fuckers. Look at them. Absolutely.
So far, so good.
Yeah, it's a real love letter to the genre, man.
Okay.
I know people say like the Obra Dinn is like
Is it the same dude?
no, it's like the best it's like the best detective game ever. But I think with this game, Rise of the Golden Idol, we're actually fighting against that. I think it's so good. It's changed it from a little bit from like isolated incidents, which get kind of like bigger and bigger and bigger, and you have to keep track of more stuff, to every chapter has like 4 cases and you have to switch between all of them, and it tells this story. But I obviously love, the aesthetic, the art style. I love having my brain teased and tickled.
Yes.
It's tickling and teasing my brain very much so. And I would definitely buy this and buy the first one, because they are, for me, 10 out of 10 games.
Ooh,
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I would not. If all Color Grey Studio ever did was make more like this, I would be a happy boy.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know what? I will play. When you first showed me the first game, I was like, what's this?
Plus, look
fucking
at them like faces, man.
I know.
Can you make that picture bigger, Calvin? Yeah, look at that.
Hell yeah.
Look at that one on the bottom right. It's called Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy.
Jeremy has a honker, and then there's the dog there. You know what I mean?
Is that a dog? I thought it was a rat at first.
No,
A
it's
giant
a
rat.
giant rat. No, it's a dog.
The world has changed dramatically. The sins of humanity have not. I like that. I like that. I love the depravity of the 1970s.
Yeah.
I've just installed, because I want to play. We've shit on this game for quite a number of episodes,
Right.
and neither of us have played it yet. Is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Really?
I've installed Red Dead Redemption 2. I haven't played it yet, literally this morning, because I've been reading a cowboy book. I've been reading a Western book.
Hold on, you've been reading a book.
Yeah, I'm reading a book.
What
the
book
fuck?
have you been reading?
Blood Meridian.
You've been fuck off. Sure.
I've been reading Blood Meridian.
Sure.
It's really
So,
good.
sorry, just take a pause right here. Blood Meridian is like, what's it like? It's like an American Psycho enjoyer, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy American
Yeah, I get
Psycho.
you enjoy American Psycho, but Blood Meridian is like, ooh, I love this horrible book. Ooh.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah,
It's ultra
the dark soul of man. Ooh.
Yeah, I love that shit. I love the ultra violence fucking look how depraved shit is. No. I'm saying I like it the same way I
I
like
just want to read
horror
a book
films.
about people getting like skinned and shit like
It's
that.
fucking fun. It's good crack. I put on.
There's no
I put
Country
on-
for Old Men, your favorite movie as well. It's like, oh, isn't everything shit?
I know. I like going into the dark and dirty. You know this. I like getting dark and dirty with the boys. I like just a fuck everything story. It's good. I like that shit. I do like Old Country for Old Men. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, then why
But I wouldn't read the
you
book.
at me?
I wouldn't read the book.
Fucking
Because
raspy.
it's just like a
fucking
fart
dickhead.
sniffing book. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? That just came up on a thing, and I went, "Oh, this looks interesting. I'll read this book." And I've been reading it. I'm like, I am enjoying this book. It's not like I was fucking sniffing farts on the internet. I didn't. It's only from reading the book that I
Calvin,
realized it's a fart sniffer
Should we
book.
take a bet on when Dylan finishes the book, how much he brings it up afterwards? That's why I'm saying it's like an American Psycho Fight Club.
I know what's going to be after this. It'll be a Kafka book on it.
Yeah, I was going to read Metamorphosis.
That's already on the list.
I am aware of Kafka. And but it's
Blood Meridian.
Shut the fuck up, lad. I break what? Just because I say I'm reading a book.
It's the book that you're reading.
Am I not allowed to? It was funny though. I walked into Waters because I've been reading it on my phone.
You went into a Waters and went, "Excuse me, can I have a copy of Blood Meridian?" And then they just they made a note to record your face to come back just in case the police need to do it. Yeah, okay. And they just went in the pile of book for weird white guys. They knocked a couple of copies of No Country for Old Men out of the way, you know what I mean? What's it called? It was under a stack of Lolitas or whatever. There you go.
There you are, you
that'll be
freak.
$19.99. That'll be 3 times the cost of a regular book.
Yes.
You enjoying it?
I am really enjoying it actually. I like the sometimes when people write in not traditional ways. It's very like Irish writers do it a lot, and I like that style.
You're gonna read House of Leaves next.
I have looked.
Oh, you read?
I've not read House of Leaves.
Are you
but
gonna read?
do you know what House of Leaves is,
I don't know
Calvin?
what House of Leaves is, no.
It's a book that's written like sideways. It's
No,
fucking,
it's not. It's written non.
It's written normally,
Euclidean way.
and then it's basically a point in this book. It's about this like horror liminal space house that like gets extra doors and stuff, and the book starts doing this.
Right, okay.
I thought it was again
You're
a
gonna
very
read
interesting.
Fear and
concept.
Loathing in Las Vegas after this.
I wouldn't.
Is your top 5 movies like Fight Club, Pulp Fiction, American Psycho, Fear and Loathing, and No Country?
Can I be real honest? When I
Yeah.
was 14, yes, they were all up there. But no, it's a good book. I've not read any Cormac McCarthy
What's
before.
the moral of Blood Meridian? What's like the point
There's-
of the story?
There's no real point.
Right.
That's the joy.
Is that the point?
It's a critique on the manifest destiny of the 1800s and the colonial mindset of
Well,
the.
I'm glad we
people.
finally got a piece of a piece of media that's critical of American expansion. Sorry, I'm shit. I need to do my stuff.
I've been listening to country and western music while reading. To get me in the zone.
You got it. Hey, Siri, play.
Someone's getting their eyes popped out.
Siri, play Dark Country and Western Mix on YouTube, please. Hey Siri, play Ecstasy of Gold 10 times in a row.
I actually I was reading it this morning, and I did put on the Red Dead Redemption 2
Oh, you
soundtrack.
fuck.
Oh, we were fucking screaming at each other the other day, Calvin. Because I was in working, and I remembered a podcast conversation. We were talking about Outer Wilds, and I went, "Here,
Oh,
Josh
yeah.
said the Outer Wilds has a great soundtrack.
does.
I'll stick it on." And I was listening to it. I was like, "This is fucking class. This is really good." So I was like, "I'll text my good friend, my podcast co-host, my comedy partner, Josh. Here, Outer Wilds soundtracks, class."
But first of all, partner. What's the other? You know, when you're hanging off someone's coattails, what's like? What's the one with the coattails?
It's my comedy father, Josh.
right.
And fucking, I just got a tirade of abuse. You fucking fat.
Doesn't sound like
beep,
Josh at all.
beep, beep, fucking,
I don't
fucking
abuse you at
stupid
all,
Irish
Calvin.
fucking beep, beep,
I am.
beep. And I was like, fucking hell, Josh, you can't say that in this day and age. Beep. I'm censoring your texts to
Should we
me.
read them? I'm ready to do it.
No.
I know that we've actually been recording all of those conversations you were having beforehand.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna say it.
yeah.
No, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, say it.
No, you were gonna say it. Have you watched Bone Tomahawk? Just while we are.
No, I haven't watched Bone Tomahawk. What's
let me-
Bone Tomahawk?
Oh, you'd like, but if you like Blood Meridian,
Yeah.
you'd love Bone Tomahawk.
What is it?
It's a horror movie
Oh.
set in the Wild West.
Cool. Oh,
Oh.
yes, I'm aware of this image, but I have not seen the film.
It's a very good film. It's a good horror film. It's disgusting and pointless. So as a Blood Meridian enjoyer, you'd probably love it.
Has Blood Meridian inspired a certain
Absolutely.
amount of that sort of?
I would say that the closest link, it's not, I don't actually think it's that much like Blood Meridian, but
Yeah.
if we're talking about disgusting, gruesome westerns,
Yeah.
these are peas in a pod.
Hell yeah. Kurt Russell.
I love Kurt
lad.
Russell.
But yeah, but the argument that we were having is like, stop listening to the soundtrack of this game and just play the game, you fucking beep. And I was like,
I'm just reading a text that I sent you where I said, I think you'd suit knee socks.
what, like an e-girl?
Yeah, I think that
Like
was
thick.
maybe the concept.
If I shave my legs and you just see me thighs and high socks, I think I could trick a few fellas.
Your thighs.
Yeah.
And my absolute ham bones. Yeah, for sure.
Them blood tomahawks. Sorry,
Poly
blood tomahawks.
bathwater.
Low poly bathwater.
That's the moneymaker.
Is that the one?
So this started saying, don't know why I've put on the Outer Wilds OST
Yeah.
to work, but fuck me, fucking class. And then I said, stop playing the music and just play the fucking game, Lamau. And then you were like, I must justify my reason to play this game.
It's because of my.
He said, you never listen to an OST without playing the game. Untrue. Makes the game well better. Untrue.
It's not true.
Like going to a gig of a band you really like, Lamau, that's the wrong way round. You play the game. Playing the game is listening to the band.
Yeah.
And then listening to the OST is like going to see them live.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
at
it
all.
is. It does make sense.
So, Calvin, I want your opinion before Josh fucking gets himself into a tizzy again. It's fucking right.
It does get actually quite ranty.
Yeah. No, you were screaming. I text Josh, this thing that you recommended is actually really good. And he's like, you're a fucking asshole. I hate you. But listening to a game soundtrack.
Can I just say, I think I got a little bit mixed up with the gig
he doesn't
analogy.
even let me fucking speak, does
With
he?
the gig
Listen,
analogy.
My comedy father, Josh. My comedy fucking stepfather, Josh. Don't fucking respect him. He's funnier than me, but I don't respect him.
Wait, if I'm your stepdad, am I with your mom or with your dad?
Yeah, dealer's choice.
Oh. I'll get back to you.
Porque no sos.
I'm open to applications. I'll be honest, I think I got a little bit mixed up because we started talking about going to gigs and then I was just like, those are fucking shit anyway. So
yeah, you started. Yeah, but what do you think about listening to a game soundtrack in and of itself outside of the game? First and foremost, without any other context.
Well, I have an opinion that it's not game related, but it's possibly parallel.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of musical soundtracks that I really enjoy without ever having seen the musical or the film adaptation of the musical.
Okay.
And I enjoy them knowing that one day I will probably watch the musical and I'll love the songs already.
And I like that opinion. So the reason that I have strong feelings about it is because when I was a teenager, I hadn't played Ocarina of Time yet. Seminal moment for us all. But I did listen to the music. I don't know
Can
why.
we get Kurt Russell being disbanded like, away just a little bit? It's quite
Kurt Russell's
distracting.
nipples on our screen.
He's got
all
some
the time.
big old tits.
He does. But I listened to the soundtrack and I got really into some of the beeps and boops from Ocarina of Time, Song of Storms.
And that's how we got Song of Storms.
But I have a vivid ingrained memory of the first, not knowing where Song of Storms was in the game, but really liking that piece of music. And when I walked into the windmill for the first time, I was like, it's here in this one room. That makes no sense. The best song in this game. What the fuck? But it did bring me like I know that recognition made playing through that game way better for me as a younger person. And in the same vein, that my argument to you over text before you start screaming at me was, it's like going to a gig of a band that you've listened to their songs before.
I don't think that's true. I think
Do you know
it's
what I'm
like,
trying to say, Calvin?
No, I think just before you jump in, Calvin, I actually think it's more like going to see the gig and then being like, oh, they're a pretty good band. And then you play the game, which is listening to the album and going, that's really good. But it is different because it's like, why would you ruin the raw, like the unique experience that you'll have listening to it the first time? Because right, Song of Storms is a great song.
Yeah.
But hearing it for the first time and being like, holy shit, that's incredible, is way better than being like, oh, I know that thing. Like it just makes, it's like making you feel smart. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I recognize that thing, but it's not about oh, the game's better because I recognize the thing. It's like reading the chapter names of a book sometimes as well, where there's like direct spoilers, and it's like, oh, okay. Oh, I like the book now that I know that Calvin dies 3/4 of the way through the book. It's like, just go in and experience it like firsthand. Don't fucking try and drip feed the experience.
No, but you're talking about, when we're talking about music thing composed that can be, the fact that they release albums of fucking CDs and
I don't think it should be
vinyls and
allowed.
stuff.
I don't think it should be allowed.
That's
to
fucking
listen to it.
insane.
I think that should be against the law.
To release OSTs.
You should be able to answer a 10-question multiple choice quiz on what happens before you're allowed to unlock the fucking OST.
Yeah, no, I listen to game OSTs all the time. It's
I listen to but stuff that I've played.
That I don't think that is mutually exclusive at all.
I want to experience this thing. I could just go and experience this thing, but I'm actually going to half-arse it and potentially spoil. And as well with the Outer Wilds, you are actually spoiling the game.
What do you mean spoil?
You are spoiling the game because you've not played. This is why I got so fucking angry. Oh no, I'm getting angry again. I'm fired up. You've not played the game, so you've been like, I think it's fine to do this. When I know it's not, and you're there like, oh, I think it's fine anyway. And you'll play the game and you'll be like, oh, actually, I see why doing that has actually just made it less good. So you fucked it now. Because you wouldn't just go and play the 4-hour game.
Is it only like 4
It's not a long game.
That's really funny.
Fucking
It's not music at the fucking start of the game. That's all it seems to be. It's just like world music.
How would you know?
I wouldn't know.
Listen, I know I've not seen this film, but I know you have and I haven't. I think I'm pretty qualified to tell you exactly what I think is going to happen rather than what you know does happen.
No, but score. I don't understand what you're like. So is the music directly related to the plot?
You know how you would understand it
If
you just played the fucking game, which you could have done several times at this point. I think the speed run for the Outer Wilds is maybe half an hour. It's probably less. It's not a long game. What's the time?
1 hour and 10
1:10.
minutes.
There
That's
we
pretty
go.
good. Oh, death percentage?
Yeah. I mean, no spoilers, obviously, but that's 100% takes an hour.
Oh, well.
Ridiculous.
That's pretty good.
Ridiculous.
I will play the game, but I don't think that I am wrong. And then listen, and I might come back to you in 2 weeks' time and like, listen, Josh, you were right. I'm sorry. I doubt that's
your
gonna happen.
apologies mean nothing to me. It's you who's spoiling your own experience of the thing.
Exactly. Then
it's like, why would I? If I want to fucking experience something, just go experience it. Why would you fuck about with it?
What do you mean? I'm not fucking about with it.
You are. Just experience the whole thing.
Because I am a lover of music specifically and video game music specifically. You know how much I like video game music specifically. Have you never listened to music from a game that you haven't played?
I probably have, but I've never deliberately gone, ooh, I want to play this. I've definitely have, but I've never gone like, ooh, I really want to play this. Let me just expose myself to as much of it that isn't actually playing the game as possible.
I think listening to a score sets a scene a little bit more than like I wouldn't watch gameplay so much or a let's play or whatever. But knowing the score,
you may as well.
No, it's not. Listening to the score is not the same as fucking spoiling it.
What's the purpose of a score, Dylan? You're a composer.
Setting the scene.
Right.
Yeah, getting the vibe and listen to it and be like, fucking hell, this music is good.
So I'm
excited to get then the full picture of what this is. You know, it's not like I have this image of what the fucking game is by listening to the score. I've got a vibe.
A vibe?
Because it's good music and I like listening to music.
You know what this is? You're coming off like the kind of person who goes on Wikipedia and reads the plot synopsis before you actually watch the film.
I don't get this fucking comparison of plot and
I do that for horror films so that I don't get scared. I don't like horror films and people force me to watch them, so I will look it up on Wikipedia.
That's pretty funny.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't get why don't you just go experience the fucking thing instead of reading the Wikipedia plot synopsis?
I'm enjoying the music as it is, and it's really good. And in a vacuum, it's really good. And here, Josh, I'm enjoying it. It's making me happy.
You will enjoy the whole experience less for doing it.
Because when I've done this,
because you're actually incapable. Well, you don't know. You don't know.
Then what are you telling me?
Because I do know.
I'm excited to prove this cunt wrong. I'm so excited to prove this cunt wrong.
This thing that has been specifically crafted to be experienced in a certain way is somehow worse because you think that taking a part of that out of the context of the whole experience makes it actually better.
No, because
yes, that's what you're saying.
I will say, because there's probably the way that the OST is set in a composed song-like manner in a game environment where there will be variations, because that's the way fucking composing in video games work. It won't be a one-for-one thing that I've listened to. It will be a puzzle piece of things that is very, very good in the game environment. I've listened to the vibe of something that has been composed specifically in the same way that the Doom soundtrack, when you listen to that, that's not really what you experience in the game. You experience the levels of things being added. You experience the intensity of the bits and pieces. You don't experience it as the composer went, this is this song. Fucking enjoy. This is a good thing. I've listened to that and went, oh, this has made me want to play the game way more than how you fucking described it. Oh yeah, it's dead good.
You fucking fool. I wish I had the soundboard so I could start playing the JoJo You Just Lost music. I need like boom, 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 boom. Right, because you just said Doom. Yeah, E1M1 is one of the greatest
Doom
pieces
2016
of music.
I'm talking about.
Oh, fuck you. No, we're sticking with original Doom.
No, Doom
Shut the
2016.
fuck up. E1M1 is one of the greatest pieces of level music that's ever been written.
Yeah.
And it's cool. And it's like, oh, this is like thrash metal, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it is not better, and it has never been better than actually being and playing that level. Because the only way that
I'm not saying that listening to the score is better than playing the game. I'm saying that it will make my enjoyment of the game better because I am more familiar with the stuff.
You're like, listen, I'll go see the movie, but just tell me roughly the shape of it. Just tell me roughly what exactly I should expect. Because I cannot take surprises.
Exactly.
I cannot stand the
if you're
surprise.
Like, lad, we're going to go see this film. What's it about? Oh, Irish history. You'd be like, fuck that. I hate that.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you, Dylan, and your people.
That's why you need to.
So what are you talking about?
So
Everybody does that all the time. It's called genre.
They shouldn't.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're losing your mind. You're making shit up to make me look like a fool.
We shouldn't even have trailers. Like, trailers should be illegal.
Trailers are illegal.
You should go into every artistic experience as blind as possible. You're allowed one piece of this is like this.
Yeah.
But other than that, no. And what you're saying is, actually, I want to know the structure of every piece of media I ever consumed. Did you read about Blood Meridian before you bought the book?
No, I didn't.
How did you learn about it then?
I got a client in the studio talked about it once months ago. I forgot about it, and then I got in like a YouTube short. Somebody just been like, "Oh, this thing," and I went, "What the fuck's that?" And then I got a vibe of it's an ultra-violent fucking McCarthy thing that talks about the depravity of man. I was like, I haven't read a book in a while. I'll give it a go.
And do you think the fact that all of that surprise has now been taken out of the book, do you think that's changed the experience at all? No.
No.
Okay. Right. Hang on. So
And
I go into this fucking book and I say,
this.
this is an incredibly violent book set in the American West. You say you have the exact same experience of that.
Yep.
As if I just passed you the fucking book and went, read that right now. You're saying you have an exactly equivalent experience.
Yep. If not, probably better.
Stop lying to yourself. It's not the same. If you
I
know,
have a
if
fucking
you
example that
if
I'm
you
ready
know
to
what
drop the
to
bomb.
expect, you by definition do not have the same experience as if you don't know what to expect.
You're wrong.
What about what was that film about the Oppenheimer? Everyone knows what was going to happen there.
Oppenheimer is okay. Okay, no. I've got a video game example.
No. You cannot. I'm dying on this hill first. You cannot say if you know what's going to happen that you've had the same experience as you don't know what's going to happen. You cannot have the same experience. If I tell you Kevin Spacey is Kaiser Soze, you do not have the same experience watching The Usual Suspects as if you went in blind. So you cannot, if you know what a game or a book or a movie is about, or a piece of music is about, have the same experience as going in completely blind.
They are two different streams.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, and I am not saying that one is worse than the other or better than the other.
Yes, you are. You're saying your way's better. You're saying if I listen to it, if I know about it, then it's better.
Play it back.
He said that. You just said that like 4 times.
No, for me.
That's what you're saying, though.
I didn't say it was bad. I did not say.
You did say.
Calvin, play back the tapes. Play back the tapes.
I'm not getting
Pause this. We're going back. We're going back to the past. You did say that. You said, I appreciate it oftentimes more. Like as if that's it. Yeah. So you're saying it's bad?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, you fucking dickhead. I fucking hate you right now. I only played Final Fantasy VII when I got it spoiled for me, and I did not enjoy that game. Playing it blind, thought it was boring and slow, and I stopped playing it. As soon as I realized or was told in a YouTube video what it was kind of about, I went, "Oh, that's actually quite interesting. I might give it a go," and enjoyed it infinitely more when I knew was over the hump of the hill and more of what the meaning actually was. That I was looking forward to getting to that. When I played it blind, I didn't like it. When I knew what was coming, I enjoyed it way more. And again,
so your criticism of it is that I couldn't be bothered to get to the point which I would have liked a lot more. So the twist of it was actually the interesting part for you and changed your whole experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And I never would have got to that unless somebody fucking told me that's what happened.
Okay. I think that says a lot more about
me.
you.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying that if you'd have actually gotten to that point, and fair enough, you weren't gonna.
Yeah.
But if you got to that point, you would have gone, holy shit. And it would have blown your little mind. But instead you had to have a man on YouTube tell you, oh, actually, you should get to this part. Let me just ruin the experience for you.
It's not ruining
and then you
the
played up
experience.
to that to be
It's
like,
not
oh,
ruining the experience
actually,
at all.
yeah.
I loved Final Fantasy VII.
You don't have the same emotional experience. You do not.
Well, we don't live in the reality reading experience both things.
The only thing that watching or playing or reading something after it's been completely spoiled for you does is make you feel smart because you know what's coming next. That's all it is.
It's not what it does at all.
Yeah,
it's me enjoying more in the experience.
Ridiculous.
I used to feel really strongly about this, about spoilers. And I used to be really upset with people when they would spoil things for me. But I grew up, Josh.
I don't care about being spoiled. I'm just saying, don't pretend like being like spoiling yourself because you're too fucking attention starved to just actually stick with something for more than fucking 2 hours at a time. Don't pretend. Don't come to me and say that's the better way of doing it.
I'm not saying it's
I'm
not saying that's what you should do.
Oh my God, don't spoil it to me. Like, I don't care. I'm just saying it would have been better if it wasn't. Don't pretend like you spoiling things is doing me a favor.
It's not doing you a favor. Doing me a favor, Josh.
Leave a comment, please. Leave a comment. I need to know if I'm just how right I am, to be honest.
So, moral of the story, is it okay to listen to video game scores?
Moral of the story, is it okay that Dylan cannot pay attention to something unless somebody tells him this is why it'll be interesting to you?
That's not what that is. Final Fantasy 7, that's what happened because the start of it's really slow.
Yeah, it is really slow.
Have you ever got past Midgar? No, exactly.
I don't like Final Fantasy 7 though. I don't want to play it.
And but if you found out what happened,
I just made a snap judgment based on very little evidence that actually this isn't.
But look, I really like something, and that is more positivity in my life compared to yours.
I like things way more strongly. You know why I loved Outer Wilds? Because I didn't know what was going to happen into it. And you've taken the first step.
And I might really like it. I might like it more than I like you.
I hope so. It's better than me. It's a more emotional experience than me.
But no, I'm excited.
I'll tell you what, I'll just spoil Funeralopolis for you and then you can go and play it and tell me how actually, it was much better for having it.
Like, I'm not saying this is what it's like across the board.
Oh, I see.
Of course. Right. Sorry, Josh. This is called nuance that you clearly don't understand whatsoever.
Nuance is for cowards. Yeah. Look at me. Look into my eyes. If you have a nuanced opinion about something, you're a fucking coward. Just pick a fucking stance and stick with it.
Every hill must be died upon.
I will fight on every hill. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever died on any hill.
Oh.
Apart from this one.
So not worth it.
But I'm excited to play Outer Wilds. I'm excited to play Red Dead, which I think enough time has passed for Red Dead that I can be like, yeah, it's not cringe to be super into Red Dead anymore because it's not the most popular thing. Yeah, whatever. I played the start of that. Now it's a fucking slow, and I went, I'll come back to this eventually, and then never did. But I've been reading Blood Meridian. I want to be a cowboy.
I love that. That's also the lesson that you learn from Blood Meridian is I want to be a cowboy.
Rootin' tootin' dome.
That's really
honestly howdy,
that's
partner.
Really what McCarthy was going for in that
book and be like, my turn.
Yeah. I think the moral of Blood Meridian is, wouldn't it have been cool to be a cowboy?
I think it would have been cool to be a cowboy.
What is media?
It seems.
You know what?
Very bleak.
Cormac? That would have been pretty cool. He was just there like,
What?
what?
Oh yeah, I walked into Waterstones to buy the fucking book. And I was like, oh, I'm on my lunch break. I don't know how much time I have. I have to go find it. But I walked in and they had a pile of books called Essential Fiction. And it was immediately there. And I went, yeah, wonderful. Okay, cool. Perfect. And I brought it to the dude. And the dude literally stopped in his tracks and looked at me and went, have you read the article? I went, what fucking article? I just want to buy this book. And he basically, at first, I was like, uh-oh.
I'll get the article.
Uh-oh.
Cormac
McCarthy, yeah, 16-year-old. So the article is basically when he was in his 40s, he had like a 17-year-old muse, and the dude. At first, I thought the dude was going to be like, he's a pedophile, you know. Maybe you shouldn't buy this book. Yeah,
he is, by the way.
Yeah, and he was halfway through his sentence, and I was so close to being like, I don't give a fuck, you know, I'm gonna buy this fucking book anyway. Right. But then he immediately went, but this book is dead good. I love this book so much, and was like super excited about it. I was like, I don't know how to feel about this interaction. But he says like the character is kind of based off the fucking the fucking child he was seeing as well.
Oh, cool. Seeing. Sorry. Do you mean sleeping with when he was 42?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if that doesn't set... So he said, have you read the article, as if that would draw people to buying the book? Do we need to talk about the guy who works in Waterstones? He's like...
I've got some supplementary media for you.
Did you read the article? Is there like a handshake that comes if you have read the article? Like, oh, yeah. Is this like a Lost Prophets thing for Calvin all over again? Like, you know what I mean?
Fucking hell. But yeah.
Secret muse. It's an interesting way of saying like fucking trafficked
abused
child, or abused child,
Yeah.
secret muse.
Looks good so far. I'm excited to play my cowboy game when I go home.
Ridiculous, man. Like he's actually going to read Lolita at some point, Calvin. He's gonna, it's actually really interesting.
And here, maybe I might.
My favorite movie is Leon the Professional. How could you tell?
Leon the Professional is fucking unbelievable.
It's a good film. It's not my favorite film.
What's
my issue with Leon the Professional? Do we need to go into that one?
Yeah, it's good.
About that one.
I've been playing Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
That has its own issues.
I don't think so.
No.
It's not that problematic a game. He just... Well...
Wait a minute.
James Sunderland may be a little bit problematic, but
Yeah.
he would get cancelled today.
The Silent Hill 2 remake.
Shitty joke. You can't play. You know what the problem is with games nowadays is that you couldn't make that game anymore. We should start doing that with all, like crap old very rich comedians saying, "Oh, we couldn't do
that
Seinfeld anymore."
Yeah,
because we get cancelled.
Couldn't make Ratchet and Clank anymore. A little robot that follows you around. It's not very friendly to the AI overlords that we're about to have.
True. Very, very robot.
You ever see Custer's Revenge, Calvin? It's an Atari game.
Nope.
Where you...
In my head, right, does it play like the
It's a Western. They played Blood Meridian and they made Custer's Revenge.
Throw me that headphone box, please.
Sorry, is this really
you
annoying?
keep playing with it. It's doing my head in. Sorry.
Thank you.
Right, I've obviously not played the game, but in my head it plays like the Charge theme. You know the.
It plays William Tell's Overture. That's literally what it plays.
I'm gonna knock this out of your head,
I think that's what it does.
That's hilarious.
It's an old Atari game where you play as General Custer. Is that what he's called? And you there's a native.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah! Throwback Thursday, Custer's Revenge. So the whole game is there's a Native American woman on a cactus.
Custer's packing some heat, by the way,
and you're getting shot at by the Native American people. Custer, their arrows in this guy.
I mean, forgetting how problematic this actually is, the fact that he is naked in everything apart from his little scarf and cowboy boots and apparently has a 2-foot cock is pretty... Who made this, man? Like, who thought, you know what?
McCarthy?
This is the time This is a time we can do things that we could never do even 10 years ago. The limit of the human imagination is like more open now than it ever is. Yeah. And I'm going to choose to make a game about General Custer, who died 200 years ago, fucking a Native American woman tied to a cactus. Yeah. I mean, is she smiling?
She's screaming.
She's got like no eyes. Oh wow!
Yeah, and you get points.
Look at those points.
Jumps out.
He gets
jumps
it.
out of his boots.
He goes soft.
Yeehaw!
Bro, this game's wild. This is like when everyone had like every game reviewer had like a fake gun.
What?
Like angry video game now.
Oh,
that's when
like,
I first saw
a
it.
wee zapper.
But like everyone would have like a fake gun and they would like shoot the game. I miss those days, man.
Early internet time?
When they would have every video game reviewer on YouTube would have like an evil alter ego that would make them review a shitty game. And then at the end they would call it like a shitload of fuck or ass and then shoot it with the Nintendo zapper.
And they put it on fire and they call it diarrhea dog shit and then they shit on it.
What would your evil alter egos be called? If you had to make one for that exact purpose.
I think Dylan's would be me. Dylan, you'll have to play the game without reading the spoilers. No!
I just have to go into Josh mode. You've just seen Josh Dylan for about half an hour there.
I wonder who mine would be.
Josh White?
What, like me but white?
No, you but...
Go on.
Just
finish that one.
No, but just, you know.
I'm willing to take as much time as we need to say me but what? Me but what? What's the different about the
you
evil
just use
version
different types of magic. Have you not played Final Fantasy, Josh? You're a healer.
I am. You know what? I am a healer.
No, but that's your alternate version is a healer. You use destructive magic normally.
No, I like to think of myself as a healer. It's just I'm not very nice.
Destructive
like
magic.
What a real twist that'd be.
Calvin,
make
magic.
a note of this fiction twist for when I write my novel.
Lightning.
Imagine
only death, only destruction, only negativity.
Calvin, just make a note
yang,
of this.
No yin.
For when I write my novel, imagine someone whose traditional role is to help people, but they're actually mean, but they still help people. What a twist.
What a twist.
You can't read it. No, you can't read what I write because it's already been a bit spoiled for you. So the experience, the experience is gone.
Perfect time.
Yeah, the experience is gone now. Me, but what then?
As I said, you would use healing magic.
Right.
Because it was a video game joke.
Oh, those are the best jokes. Those are the best jokes.
Not tinted in anything. I am like my favorite YouTuber, the Angry Video Game Nerd, and I make video game jokes.
You're the irate gamer, lad. Let's see.
The IRA gamer.
No. It's all right. I don't know why I laughed that hard. It was okay.
You're harkening into the Dylan there of laughing.
Overlapping.
Yeah.
We all know.
You know, and I you probably think that I overlap, but I do generally think that you're both very funny, and I like recording this podcast with you.
Stop trying to walk it back now that you realise you're wrong. You fucking
not
coward.
No, I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm saying that
you see what he did there, Calvin? With his tail between his legs.
No.
I actually like you both.
I do like you both. And sometimes it's okay to have a heated debate and then to go on and never talk about it again.
Oh no!
No
you see, Dylan. That's the thing about dying on this hill is that I never stop dying on the hill.
You're not Red Blood Meridian. Sometimes there's no lesson.
I actually haven't Red Blood Meridian.
It's pretty good.
No, it's too late.
You've already made a character judgment on me.
I don't want to read a gruesome Western written by a nonce that is recommended by... Did the guy, when he said about the article, did he look like excited? Was he like, oh, you've read the article too?
Brother.
Big fan.
You know, I just started reading it last week and I love it, I have to say.
Love his work.
He actually talked about there's multiple articles, and the initial one, he said, it actually talks about him favorably. So pick which one you want to read. It's literally how he described it.
Right.
I was like, why are you telling me this? I just want to buy a book.
That's wild.
Yeah. But he was a big McCarthy fan, but did want to let me know of the allegations. Not allegations, facts.
Yeah, yeah. The facts.
The facts.
Oh damn, that's wild.
Yeah, but so far so good, and I'm excited to be a
Why
cowboy.
was he
in
playing
Red Dead
both
Redemption.
sides on that one?
Yeah.
Why was he?
I honestly
Secure
feel.
this hill.
Yeah, I feel like he seen me put the book down. He's like, I need help, and then realized like, wait, this is my job. I need him to buy books.
Yeah. It's just
Oh,
a
I
weird-
actually really love this one. Actually, never mind. Possible.
There's both articles.
There's-
Jesus.
Yeah. he was.
See, Chris Benoit, like some people say, yeah, he killed his wife and his child, but there's also a theory out there that another wrestler actually did it and framed him. So pick whichever one is easier for you to buy this
what
thing.
a heel
from-
turn. That's what they
Exactly.
say in the industry. Did you watch the Vince McMahon Netflix documentary?
Oh, I did.
It was fucking class. It was really, really, really good.
My flavor of autism is like wrestling behind the scenes facts. So a lot of it I did already know. I think they were actually very favorable to him, given the thing. I don't even think they talked about the time he covered up that woman's murder. Did they?
McMahon?
Yeah, no. Jimmy Superfly Snooker pushed a woman off a balcony in
No,
like
they didn't.
1982.
They talked about him. They talked about Superfly, but they didn't talk about the
and they made him.
murdering
He
of the
made
woman.
it go away.
Oh wow.
Um,
Oh wow. Yeah, when McMahon's talking about Benoit and he's like, steroids didn't do. No, his brain's okay. He's just a monster. And then there's like 10 minutes of a doctor being like, yeah, he fucking lost his mind because he got
Yeah.
hit in the head. His whole shtick was flying head first into people.
Getting bashed in the head.
Yeah.
There's some actually as well disgustingly brutal chair shots where he would do what's called a suicide dive, which is where you run against one set of ropes, you run across the ring, you dive through the middle of them, right? And someone, while he's doing that, swings a chair and hits him as he's going full force, no arms protecting him, head first through the ropes onto the ground. And you just think about him trying to say he's just a monster. No, but it's probably all of the ecstasy and head trauma. I think if I had to pin it on something,
No,
I'm not Vince McMahon,
No,
but
but
I think I would probably say it's all the head trauma and drugs.
probably.
If I had to call it down. But yeah, Vince McMahon is and always has been a massive piece of shit. Like there is absolutely, I was honestly stunned they were as nice to him as he was, because you could honestly go year by year and he would have done something fucked up or weird.
Absolutely.
He's an odd, bad man.
Yeah. Looks like a vampire now. I like how he looks now. He looks like
I
he's
love that he
been
got the
fucking
mustache.
stuffed. Yeah.
People started like editing his pictures into like Fallout New Vegas. It's like Mr. House. And if there was anyone on Earth who would put themselves into like a cryogenic tank.
Yeah. That one. Yeah, that one. That's
if
the
there's
one.
anyone who on Earth who would put themselves in like a cryogenic tank to live 200 years after the end of the world, it would be Vince McMahon.
Absolutely.
For profit. Profit. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's. That's so fucking good. Oh, that's fucking class. Oh.
Excellent.
Rawr, Stacy.
Oh yeah,
It's my favorite Vince McMahon video in the fucking world. It's the stupidest
where he
shit.
falls over in the chair.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Don't
I
you,
have no
Calvin?
idea what you're on about.
I like the
He
bit.
sexually assaults a woman essentially. Well, he gives a woman money to strip in front of him in front of thousands of people, and he makes this face.
It's the eyes crossing, isn't it? Which is just absolutely perfect.
Yeah, you've seen this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You're hard, Stacy. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's my
I
favorite.
think as much as he's willing to make fun of himself,
Yes.
because
Because that's the whole thing. It's like,
funny,
it's a character.
as funny as it is for him to get a cup of piss thrown on him by Shawn Michaels in like 2004 and say that he beat God in a wrestling match. Like all of that stuff is hilarious. You saying that your favorite Vince McMahon bit is the bit where he pays a woman to strip for him alongside all of the stuff you were talking about before about Blood Meridian.
No,
like Calvin, I don't think he's beating like the white guy allegation.
I'm saying I think it's the funniest. Me and my housemate Andy used to watch it.
Are you escaping the Matrix? Are you out of the Matrix now?
The Matrix isn't real, Josh. Just grow up. Fucking behave yourself. Just behave yourself for once. Just be my friend for
You know
once.
what? Tyler Durden has a lot of good points. Actually, maybe we should do that.
Fight Club is a great film. Have you read the book?
Yes.
Is it good?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't think the movie was that good. Fight Club, yeah.
Fight Club is sick. I haven't seen it since I was 14, but I remember really liking it when I was 14.
You know what my favorite Tarantino movie is? Jackie Brown.
That's the Josh pick.
Yeah, it is.
That's the Josh pick.
Why? What's wrong with Jackie Brown?
It's good.
It's great.
It's good.
I don't like Reservoir Dogs very much.
You're out of your mind. Bud. What the fuck?
I like Kill Bill 1. 2 isn't great.
2 isn't great. I agree.
I like Inglourious. That's probably the film I've seen the most.
Inglourious.
Yeah.
I'd say Inglourious. I like Inglourious.
It's probably one of my favorites.
It's probably my least
I've
favorite.
only seen The Hateful Eight once.
Hateful Eight's great. I love
it. It was very good.
I like Hateful Eight more than I like Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah. I
Again,
watched
Western.
Django. Django's pretty good.
Django's pretty
Also
great.
Western.
I like how romantic Django is, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love Django.
At its core, it's a love story. And then what did he make? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The ending to that film is like one of the most cathartic 10 minutes that you've ever had in a thing. And it is Brad Pitt violently beating a woman much smaller than him. Yeah. And it's hard. It says a lot that you can make an audience cheer for that. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's a good
This
film.
man gets mauled by a dog and everyone's like, yeah! Get him!
that end is fucking great. And to be fair, if I got that spoiled for me, I probably would have been more upset.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Oh.
Kill him. Oh. Tyrio. You see that little black child?
Huh?
The little black child.
Bro, you are not beating any allegations. You could get like a mega compilation of all of this shit.
Kill him.
Dylan says problematic things. I love Vince McMahon.
I love Blood Meridian. Vince McMahon, Fight Club. Okay, sometimes it's okay, Josh. Sometimes
I'm not sure that is okay. I think that kind of
it's okay
that
to like
kind of
things,
list of things.
It's okay to like things. I like many
pretty
things,
big
Josh.
red flag, if you ask me.
I like lots of things. And do you think you can separate the art from the artist?
Yes.
Lost Prophet's first album.
Straight in there.
It's a good album. It's a good album. It's a really good album.
I think that's actually quite a hard one, to be honest, because it's not like, you know what I mean? Like all of that stuff was probably happening, or at least he was thinking about it as they were writing it. So that could have actually been inspirational to
But
him.
I don't think he'll have had the success and notoriety needed to have that influence. If you think about before the album came out,
know
when
what,
those songs were
yeah.
being written,
Yeah, you know
they
what?
were being written from a place of love for music, not for nonsense.
I had this thought about Lost Prophets and Michael Jackson, right? Is that I feel like
I'm so glad you're saying it.
the
Go on.
the quality of art that you get seemingly gets you
Gets you
a lot more leeway in the public eye. Because Lost Prophets, sound band. Ian
All
Watkins is now gone, dead.
Persona non grata.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, people are like, Billie Jean's a tune. No.
Did we get confirmation from MJ? Do we know?
Not, there was the documentary.
Can I slander someone who's
I know.
alive really quick?
Yeah, of course.
Just, I'm going to say a name and you just tell me if you think they're a nonce or not.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
David Williams.
100%. There's
He's
so
a
many.
creepy fucker, isn't he, lad?
Well, he's like.
What do you reckon, lad?
We have to.
I have an off-pod story.
Let's go. Right, we're ending it now. I'll see you all next week.
And for our next guest, David Williams.
Tune into it's Matt Lucas tells all. You know, like just quickly before we end the story. In like 2003, Little Britain was massive in England. Was it big in Ireland too?
Yeah,
Right.
massive.
And you try and go back and watch a little bit of it. And the most famous is Andy and Lou. So someone who's pretending to be disabled. So we're laughing at disabled people. We're laughing at transvestites. And then they do Come Fly With Me. And they black up. All the fucking time.
They do full
and I
blackface,
remember
like, it's fucking nuts.
Matt Lucas plays Bubbles, doesn't he? The big
Yeah,
fat woman, and it's like, oh, aren't fat people funny? So again, kind of punching down, but he's fat, so you can kind of get away with it.
Yeah.
But David Williams plays like Bubbles' rival, who is just Bubbles but black. And in 2003, that was uproarious comedy. That was like, you know what? This sketch comedy is back, ladies and gentlemen. What if a black person did something like and the audience of 2003 would be like, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Do you know in my primary school, it was customary. It was like a leave-in tradition for the year sixes to put on like a talent show every year at the end of the school year. The year sixes would put on and present a talent show to the rest of the school, to all the staff, and to parents. And me and my group of friends all decided to do Little Britain.
Okay.
So I played Vicky Pollard.
That's you're okay. You're only making fun of poor people then.
Yeah, exactly. And I was and still am a poor person.
Yeah.
It's my thing.
Hell yeah.
But we did all of them in Little Britain. We had
As children?
We pushed a child along we didn't have a wheelchair, but we had a chair.
Can't get a wheelchair in the late.
My friend. But we did a full sketch show, right? For the talent show, we all did one. And I remember thinking, right, we went on stage and we performed it, and all the teachers and all the parents were losing their fucking minds laughing. Yeah. And we were like, wow, we are so good. But the image now of a bunch of 10-year-olds dressing up like Little Britain characters, and that was just fine.
That was just fine.
I think it's because we solved racism in like 2000, wasn't it? So it's like you can make fun of everybody now. And Matt Lucas and David Walliams were fucking rad in there. They were like, there we go. It's fucking insane. And I just like, I mean, David Walliams is a fucking creep, and I'll say it to his giant fucking creepy face. But Matt Lucas doesn't get a pass just because you're on Bake Off now, Matt. Anyway, well, I had a lovely time.
I really enjoyed that podcast.
So we all learned
even though
a
we
lot.
screamed at each other for half of it.
We all learned a lot about each other, and I, for one, cannot wait to listen back to this and once again prove how correct I am and how incorrect you are in all of your opinions.
And you know what? I'm okay with it.
Sorry, my brain just like short circuited. I know I was supposed to say something afterwards, but it just didn't work. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe.
I had loads of things to talk about. Do you know what that means? Fucking, we're well prepared for the next record.
We can do even less getting ready for it next week.
What problematic book do I read next week?
I think you should just go Lolita. Just go down.
Just go in, see what happens.
It's actually a good book.
Have you read Lolita? Yeah. Well, then what the fucking...
You just can't read it in public. I think my friend Nick, got caught reading it in public, but was reading it in public, and then just kind of realized, so he was reading it like this, hoping, and then he realized like I'm reading the nonce book in public, so he just like folded the cover over. You know what I mean? Like, it was
isn't it funny though that like that when 50 Shades of Grey came out, we will finish now, but when 50 Shades of Grey came out, there was just like, and I still, even to this day, when people are reading horny fantasy books, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
There's just this array of women reading porn on public transport.
I
was
think
like,
the Kindles let them do that though. Because now they could be reading anything.
I remember being 16 and being on the bus and just adult women in the Irish countryside, halfway through 50 Shades of Grey, just like.
I had a conversation with a friend about this once, and she was saying how as we were talking about this, and I was like, "That's a bit mad."
Yeah, it's a bit mad.
And she put it as women need that like a longer build up, because those books are like a lot of tension, and then really in terms of it's a lot of build up, whereas men.
It's like
you scratch
Revenge.
your balls and you're halfway to having a wank.
It's like Custer's Revenge.
You have to wait till you get to the other side of the screen.
I'm getting arrows shot at me.
That's
but is that going to stop me?
If anything, that is definitely tension.
Yeah.
So, Calvin, what you're saying is...
You missed my bit.
Oh, did you have a bit prepared?
The bit was you scratch your balls and you are halfway to having a wank, and that's the difference.
You're about as useful as the first half of a wank, Calvin. Good night, everybody.
I'm going to tie you to a cactus, you fucking dickhead.
You're gonna say you're gonna assault Calvin.
I wish someone would.
Oh no! Are you a carry-on character?
Ooh, chance to be a fine thing.
Fuck off, Calvin. Shut up.